After beating Toronto, Kevin and LeBron both said that they feel like there's another level that this team can get to. From your perspective, what does that look like?
We definitely can get better. We know that. That's why we're just taking these days to, continue to fine tune, continue to get better, and work on things we need to get better at. So they're absolutely right, and that's why we have these days to, keep getting better. And we understand that, we know that, and just got to keep doing it.
What specifically can you do better?
I forgot.
What's most important with these days off for you guys?
Just having a balance of, make sure we're getting our cardio, make sure we keep that up, but also making sure that, we're getting our shots up, staying sharp, continue to work on our defensive foundation and what we're trying to do. And that's basically it.
What do these Versa Climber / DJ Steph Floss days do for you?
I don't know. It's been working the last couple of years, so we just, sticking to it. And I think with the DJ, just gives them a different look, gives guys motivation to work out to the music and just something different. And they enjoy it. I enjoy it, a little bit. And just something different, but they enjoy it. And they work harder, when the music's on. And I don't know, it's just worked the last couple of years for us, so we just continue to do it.
Have you ever gotten on a machine?
Yeah, I've been on it before.
What's it like?
It's tough for me. Look at me.
Tristan said it's the worst thing in the weight room. Do you get that vibe from other guys?
Well, this summer I did it with him a little bit, this summer in L.A., and yeah, it's tough. It's not nothing I want to have a steady diet of, so I'm going to stay away from it.
Just kind of off-fleet type of story that, and maybe you paid more attention to it when you were assistant coach versus head coach, but have you noticed all the intricate handshakes that your team has, your guys on your team have?
Yeah, I've seen them.
Have you ever seen them work on them? Where do they come from?
I wish we could remember some of the defensive schemes that well. Guys coming aside, oh, my bad, I forgot, but they remember all this and all that, but I don't know. I don't know where they come up with that stuff at.
Did Dante know all of them from when he came back?
It looked like it. Like he never missed a beat.
Ty, what does it mean for your team to have Kyle go from just kind of being out there in the first round because the Pacers spent so much time keeping an eye on him to then emerging as such a scoring threat against Toronto?
It just means a lot. I mean, whenever he's on the floor, it's a bonus for us because teams are not going to leave him, and that's what allowed LeBron, Kevin, and Kyrie to play efficient and get to the basket, and teams are not going to leave him, and we understand that. So even when he's not shooting the basketball, that's a weapon we can use, and we understand that. So if they do leave him, he's going to make them pay. So it's a weapon for us, and we enjoy it.
Can you appreciate the adjustment that he's had to make from being a guy that was more an intricate part of an offense to just maybe going to a spot and waiting for the ball to come to him?
Well, he's definitely had to adjust, and when you're a great shooter the way he is, sometimes it's mind-boggling just to see that he hasn't had a shot in 6 or 7 minutes, and he gets that one shot, and he doesn't touch the rim. So that's what happens when you're a pure shooter. I guess, and we're just fortunate to have him on the team, and he's made some big shots for us in these playoffs, and just hopefully continue to do that for us.
Ty, because of what happened last year with this team, do you feel like as these rounds have progressed, you've noticed a change in, because there's not that pressure, the guys are playing more free, more relaxed, more, maybe a different style of basketball?
No, we're just playing Cleveland Cavalier basketball. I think we're defending well. Offensively, we're playing well. We're pushing the pace. We're sharing the basketball. So we're just playing Cleveland basketball.
When you have played in and coached in the finals as much as you have, and have won them, a couple of championships, is there anything about the conference finals that still feels special?
Well, you're one step away, and however you got to do it, you have to win 4 games, to get back to the finals, and you're one step closer to your goal, and we understand that. I understand that. Our team realizes that. So when you get to the Eastern Conference Finals or the Western Conference Finals, you understand you're one step closer to your goal.
Can you feel that way when you don't have an opponent yet?
Yeah, you still got 4 games. 4 games. If you win 4 games, you're back in the finals. So yeah, no matter who you're playing, you understand that.
Remembering how it worked last time, where you started to put in a couple things for either team. Are you doing that today?
Yes, we did.
Boston and Toronto, or Boston and Washington, they play differently, don't they?
Yes.
This is not, this is a different preparation maybe than when you were doing some of the things that both Toronto and Milwaukee, like, I thought they were more similar in terms of.
No, they play differently also. So, just preparing for both teams. Both teams right now are playing well on their home floor, so we don't know who it's going to be. So today, we just kind of worked on a couple different things we want to do defensively against both teams, and we just see where it goes from there.
Another watch party.
No.
LeBron mentioned at the end of the last game that over the first couple series, some guys had some nicks and bruises. Is there anybody who's hurt or that would take it easy on a day like today just to keep getting healthy?
Everyone practiced today, so I didn't see it.
Hey, Ty, what makes Tristan Thompson so good as an offensive rebounder?
He treats every shot like a miss. Even when Kyle Korver's shooting the basketball, or even when Kyle Korver's at the free throw line, he's crashing the glass every single shot. And his motor is unbelievable. He's one of the guys that can crash from the perimeter and still get back on the defensive end. So he treats every shot like a miss, and he has the motor to crash the glass and also get back on defense.
Bron told Joe when we were in Toronto that he has nothing left to prove in his career. How do you view motivation for him? I mean, obviously, we've heard about you mentioning legacy to him at times. What do you think motivates him?
Win.
Just to win?
Yeah.
And no matter what win it is, a playoff win versus or winning it all, like, is it all about championships?
He wants to win it all.
There's been some talk yesterday just around the league about the sudden, I don't know if sudden's the right word, but the apparent inevitability of another Cavs-Warriors final, and whether or not that's good for the league. Like, taking a step away from your job as coach of one of those two teams, is that a problem for the league if there are two teams that from beginning to end are pretty much destined to be in the finals?
Is it a problem?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I mean, I think a lot of people wanted to see Boston and Lakers back in the day. So I think nowadays a lot of people want to see Golden State Cavs. And it's not a problem. Right now, it's two of the teams that are playing, some of the best basketball right now. So two of the teams have been in back-to-back finals. So, why not? Why not want to see it again? And I don't see why it would be a problem. I mean, I think last year had some of the best ratings, I think, in NBA history. And I think now with them adding Durant and the way they're playing, the way we're playing, can be even higher.
You guys have gone from 22nd in defensive efficiency to 4th. Is that just that you've had more time to work on it, or I'm just wondering, you said you didn't practice much in March.
Just having a chance to, work on our schemes and knowing what we want to take away from, each team, locking into a team for a 7-game series and knowing what we want to take away. And that's when we're at our best. And that's when we, defensively we continue to improve and grow, and so that's probably been the biggest difference for us.
And when you go undefeated like you have this year, much like you did last year, do you ever worry about the guys getting overconfident?
No.
Why not?
Because you got to win 4 games in a series, and after winning these last 4, this series is over, and now it's a new series. So I don't see how you can get overconfident playing a new team. So we don't know how they're going to respond and what they're going to do defensively or offensively. So we don't know what to expect, in game 1. So getting overconfident, for me or for this team, I don't think is anything we have to worry about.
Ty, how important is Darren Williams been to that second unit?
He's been very important. Being more aggressive, shooting the basketball because he's a good shooter, playing with pace, being able to, pass, on time, on target, getting guys shots, and just having a veteran point guard who's been an all-star many years and has been a great player in this league over the years. And to have him as your backup point guard, who's been a starter, for so many years, is big for us. And to calm us down, settle us down. Get us the right possession, the right shot in that possession when we need it, and he's been huge.
You always say that you don't skip ahead, but now with the playoffs and so many games spread out, do you keep an eye on Golden State in the Western Conference and what they're doing throughout the playoffs and maybe start thinking in your own mind of things that you could potentially do offensively, defensively against them?
I'm always watching. I'm watching everybody. San Antonio, Houston, Golden State, Washington, Boston. I'm watching everything. And just, my mind's always going. It's always running. And you're always trying to get an advantage somehow. And, but yeah, I'm watching everyone.
When you're watching Durant, what are you seeing from him right now?
Well, that's what, everyone's talked about all season is that, when Steph and Clay, have a bad game, which is not very often, when they do, then you can get the ball to Durant and he can go get his own basket and his own shot. And, you saw that in this Utah series where, Steph and Clay struggled one game and, they just threw it to Durant in the mid-range area and he went and got it, or a high pick and roll. And Gobert wasn't up and he's able to come off and get his shot. So you have that third player who, is definitely, one of the top 3 players in this league that can, go get his own shot at any time. And that's what makes them more dangerous.
Ty, at the end of the season, you were constantly asked, is this team ready for the playoffs? And you kept saying, yes, we're confident. Why were you so confident that this team would be a different team than we saw in the playoffs, in the regular season in the playoffs?
Well, because we had finally got our whole team together. We were finally healthy. Had an idea of our rotations of how we wanted to play. And, I know once we locked in, defensively what we wanted to do against each team, I felt confident that we would be good. And I know offensively we can score the basketball. And that hasn't slowed down any in the playoffs. And just defensively, we just continue to get better. So, with this team, I just knew we'd be ready.